I cannot be the only one who felt sorry for Yurio. Seriously. Seriously? That's how they're gonna do Yurio? That's how they're gonna do Yurio? They're gonna just completely forget about him? That's fucked up, man. That is fucked up. I thought this anime would take the approach in which they would both win. You know, Victor would take them both in. The slut he is, you know, he wants all the young men. He would take them in, and then they'd both be coached by him. But no, by what it looks like, he's gone. Yurio is gone. This is reminding me a lot like ping pong, where the gifted child, he's not winning everything right now, and the guy that works hard, who's motivated, who's determined to prove something to the world, he's taking it up a notch. Interesting. But I gotta tell you, man, Victor has to be one of the funniest characters this season, even though he has his own, little agendas going on in this show. He is honestly pretty fucking funny. Everything about him's funny, man. The things he says, the random Russian words he yells out when he's eating, it's really fucking hilarious. Yuri ends up taking inspiration from Victor. He's becoming more like Victor. Makes sense since it's going to be his coach from now on. But are we going to see this new feminine Yuri now? Is this going to be him for the rest of this competition? We'll see. It's interesting to find out that if he will. Because, before this he was that typical standard figure skater. Now he's going to be this charming, sexual playboy. So we'll see how this rolls through. Now the performance, as I said in my first video, man, I don't really get figure skating. It's really not my thing. So I don't know how this was scored. Their dicks were fucking getting hard from these triple somersault spins, and I was like, alright, that looks cool. I don't know how this is scored. I don't know what you're looking for. But there is one thing I did learn about figure skating. Figure skating is about storytelling. Now that is pretty fucking awesome. Yuri had to express his unconditional love, while as Yuri had to express his sexual love. Two completely different matters. And the reason Victor did this is one main reason, especially for Yuri. If you do something you're not comfortable with, you'll automatically gain confidence in what you are comfortable with. So this is all Victor's plan, hoping that Yuri gains his confidence up. Because now that he's done this, he could do his regular routines much more easier since he's done this new style that he's never done before. And he actually did pretty well on it. He messed up a few times during the performance, which I would have thought that would have made him lose the match immediately, but no, he still won it. I don't know how. Like I said, I don't know how it scored, but again, man, Yuri lost. Still fucking sucks seeing him lose. He was actually showing some vulnerable sides, man, in typical tsundere fashion. This episode was pretty much just that. A lot of build up to the showdown between Yurio and Yuri for Victor's love. I'm sorry, guys, it's not love. I keep saying love, but it's to be coached under him. A pretty good episode, honestly. It was definitely better than the past two episodes by a lot. I am disappointed in which that, to me, it still feels like they forgot all about the stage, about the pressure of performing, especially for Yuri, since that was his main fault since the beginning of the series. He somehow got over it by running, training, but he was training for the performance. He wasn't training to accept the pressure. I still feel like they forgot all about that. My favorite aspect of the anime was completely brushed under the rug. It's gone. It's really gone, because Yuri, he's complete. He has no more faults in him as far as we could tell, because this was a big stage. It was televised. Fucking Victor was there watching him, and he had one mistake in his performance, okay, but he still performed almost perfectly, and there was no mental talk with him. It was just everybody else talking about him, how fucking beautiful he looks and all that other shit. There was no monologue of him trying to get over this hump. So that kind of disappointed me. It really did, honestly. So I was like, alright, they're gonna just completely forget about it. But, you know, what can you do? Now, there was a lot of build up to this match, which I did thoroughly enjoyed. It was pretty nice seeing. We get a little bit of a backstory, literally like 5 seconds, of Yuri with his grandpa, because throughout this episode, man, Yuri really couldn't express the dance he was giving. As we know, he's a tsundere. He can't really express himself the right way. He has to hide his feelings. So his performance in the beginning felt more forced. It felt more like he has to do this instead of wanting to do this. He wasn't free to express himself. He wasn't able to do it. And maybe that's why he didn't win. Even though Victor said it was the best performance ever, but just because it's the best performance ever doesn't mean it was perfect. Maybe that's why he lost. I don't know. I don't figure skate. How the fuck am I supposed to know about this? I hope they tell me. I want to know why he lost. They didn't give me no explanation why. They didn't give us no explanation why Yuri won. Why he won. Why did he fucking win? Because he looked cool? Explain this to me, guys. Explain. I need this anime to explain this. Every sports anime should explain the fucking sport. I'm still waiting for that. I am still waiting for that. I can't get hyped around a match if I don't know how it's played. You get me? Now with with Yuri's dance of sexual, fucking love, he's not used to that. He's used to playing it safe. He's used to pretty much performing standard. You get me? Like the structure of figure skating, he goes by that. He goes by the simple way of figure skating. He doesn't try doing anything new. He sticks to what is safe, to what got him to where he's at. So Victor gives him this new one, and it's hard for him at first. It's really hard. Then he finds love with the pork cutlets, but the pork cutlet is literally a metaphor for Victor. Now, I knew this anime was like yawa as fuck, but jeez, are you fucking serious? This is way more than I thought. Now, I don't know what approach this anime is taking. There is romance, and you guys gotta tell me, man. Am I the only one thinking this? Alright. There's 2 ships here. I thought one of the ships would definitely be Yuri and his childhood friend, the girl. But from the ending, it looks like the girl might be liking Yurio. And Yuri, Victor. I think that's where this anime is heading. Like, look. If you love somebody, you go for it. I don't mind it. I just thought it was gonna be the other way around. Alright. I'm gonna do it. I don't care. It was surprising to me. Man, I thought Yuri was gonna get with that girl, so if not, then all the power to him, man. All the power to him. I just thought it was gonna be with the girl, but alright. So they both evolved, obviously. They're both gonna continue to grow. They're both gonna meet at the Grand Prix. That's gonna be exciting. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but they're gonna meet up sometime. And like I said, man, this is reminding me a lot like ping pong. If it reminds me of ping pong, it's doing something right. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'm actually excited to see how this goes, because the reason I like ping pong is because the person we thought was the MC wasn't the MC. It was actually a story. The guy who was on top, who fell, and then he got back on top. He found the motivation to again strive for greatness. That's why ping pong was fucking awesome. This is reminding me a lot like that, because when Yuri lost, he looked very devastated, man. He looked like he was ready to accomplish something. So if the final battle is Yuri versus Yuri and Yuri wins, that's some ping pong shit right there, man. That's greatness. It's getting there, man. It's getting there. It still has a long way to go. It's still averaged for me, because like I said, Yuri literally was just able to do it now, man. His main fault was not able to perform on the big stage, and now he's done it by fucking running. There was no explanation on how he did it. There was no monologue in him. It was just everybody else talking about him. I'm still disappointed about that. That's a big factor, because this was a big moment. This was a huge moment for Yuri. And they brushed it under the rug, man. They brushed his fear under the rug. And yeah, pretty much the episode, man. What do you guys think? Pretty entertaining third episode. Let me know your thoughts down below. See you on the next video, guys. Sayonara.